Okie dokie. Alex, is my camera on?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see myself on Discord. That's
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay.
We're cam girls now.
So Alex had two different internet tabs open. It was really weird.
Tim, can you make me a mod? Wait, just kidding. I am a mod. I am. Yep, I am.
Good.
I was testing it.
Oh my god, Blueberry's so cute.
Where do you see that at? Did I miss a clip?
Oh, I opened Foundry.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Wait, where's Foundry?
I opened it through Tim's email. I can send a link. You can hop into.
Oh. Can I get an email? I just need some.
That should work. Oh, nar.
I see a black screen. I don't see anything else. I might not have an assigned character.
Oh, yeah, no. No. For some reason, you control Blueberry.
I still don't see anything. Maybe refresh, maybe?
So it looks like Doug has control of Blueberry somehow.
Not anymore. At least I shouldn't anymore.
There we go. I can see it now.
Perfect.
Make sure. Yep, I can move Blueberry. Mine is not working. Rolling. Let me see. I do not have it. Yep.
Oh, man, a good roll.
I know, right? Yes. LOL. Hi.
Done.
Done. I think.
I am a dirty witch.
Did that do it? Am I on now? Okay, so that's gonna be weird. So apparently I'm gonna hear myself. Great. So hi, I'm Kitschy Witch, and we have just transitioned to this channel, so great. This is gonna really mess me up. Okay, hold on one moment while I try one thing. Okay. Okay, so hopefully I fix that. So audio should be going now. Are we still good? Everybody still good? Yeah? Perfect. Okay. We have made so many changes, so thank you so much for bearing with us, because we just transitioned everything from another channel. I had to get everything in order for this, and I am a bit of a boomer when it comes to technology. So, hi, welcome on in, everyone. This is Goblin Forge, our first official stream. Yeah. Our first official stream, and I'm Kitschy Witch. You may know me from my own personal channel, where I have been streaming for the past year now, very intermittently. And we're going to be playing some D&D. So why don't I, go around and introduce our cast for this evening, whom you hopefully can hear. So why don't we start with Dan? Introduce yourself, and who are you going to be playing today?
Yeah, I'm Dan. That's it, just Dan. And I will be playing Blueberry. The little. We'll get on to who Blueberry is later.
Okay, you'll be going Blueberry. Cool. Alex, why don't you introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, I'm Alex, just Alex, and I'll be playing Sheldon. Typical druid turtle.
And Douglas.
I'm Doug. I'm gonna be playing Wormir. You can call him Worm if you want. He is a half-elf druid.
Beautiful. So, the audience doesn't know this, but the three of you were given a prompt leading up to this. So you all are part of an ex-adventuring party that disbanded about 50 years ago. Yes, 50 years ago. And you have been invited to the home of Baron Henrik Rennet, who was a member of your adventuring party all those years ago. He married another one of the adventuring party members, Eleanor, and they retired to their home estate. They have been doing that life for the past 50 years. I'll leave it up to all of you to determine what your relationship with them has been during that time period. whether or not you harbor any resentment for them disbanding the party, whether or not you've kept in touch with each other. But really, a lot of time has passed, and you have recently heard word that Eleanor has passed away. So it was not unsurprising when you received the letter from Baron Henrik Vennet, requesting you to come to his estate. As you all arrive, I'm going to ask each one of you to describe your character. So, who is the most prompt, or who would consider that part of their characteristics? Anybody? No? None of you. Okay. Great. Love it. Love it when no one in the party is prompt to everything. Well, it was probably Henrik, or potentially Eleanor. So eventually, the three of you filter in throughout a late afternoon. It is late spring. As the days are growing longer. Let's start with Blueberry. Describe what Blueberry looks like and tell me what have you been drawn out of in this afternoon?
So Blueberry walks up to, I'm assuming it's at their house. Henrik's and Eleanor's house.
Yes, it is their estate. So they are nobles.
Blueberry walks up, and Blueberry, who stands at about just over 2 feet tall, walks up to the door, looks up at the handle, which is well out of reach. I guess I'll wait here then, and plops down on the front steps. Blueberry is a mouse person. A tiny, small little mouse person. Well, bigger than a normal mouse, but still pretty small in comparison to everybody else. He wears a green cloak with like floral and leaf embroidery all through it, and wears a hat that seemingly seems to be made out of like a large walnut shell that he's fashioned onto his head. He's got a little walking stick, which is just a twig for other people, and he sits down on the steps and waits because he can't get in.
Beautiful. So, as a mouse person, how has one fared with the 50 years that have passed?
Oh. For reasons, Blueberry doesn't look a day older than when he last met up with the party 50 years ago.
Beautiful. All right. So you sit on the step of the Rennet estate. A warm, late spring breeze blows through the trees. You hear the rustle of leaves overhead. The smell of wisteria wafts through the air as they have this extravagant French-style garden that you've walked through leading up to the door. And that is going to bring us to Wormier. You're next to arrive as you spot your old pal Blueberry sitting on the stoop of the Rennet estate.
Oh my gosh, Blueberry, is that you?
Is that Wormy that I see? Big old Wormy?
He goes up and he gives Blueberry a big hug and lifts him up off the ground and just kind of rocks him around and is like, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, I feel like it's common practice that Blueberry will jump into someone's arms when going for a hug, so Blueberry just hops on up into your arms and gives you a hug. And then perches up on your shoulder.
Love that. So Wormier is about 6'3". He's got a bit of a scruffy, look to him. Like his beard is a bit unkempt and longer. His hair is a little bit messy. He's kind of like doesn't really care how he looks, but he has like nice older emerald green robes that he's wearing and just tall leather boots. And that's it for my character's description.
Beautiful. And how have the years treated Wormir?
Well, in his younger days, he was better kept. He kept his beard tighter, his hair neat and combed, and now he's just living. He's learned that it's not all about looks in his long years, and he's got a ways to go because he's a half-elf, so he just learned to not care about any of that.
Beautiful. And that is when Sheldon arrives, seeing both Wormir and Blueberry embracing each other.
So, Shell is quite slow, never on time. And seeing his two friends, he goes, Blueberry, Wormy, so good to see you. As he saunters so slowly up the stairs.
Like broken clockwork, here comes Shelly, and then Blueberry will jump onto your shell and like give you a pat on the head.
Oh, Blueberry, you feel the same as when we left you.
I, in fact, am. Did you know that last mission we went on, I was actually cursed by a necromancer? I haven't aged since then.
Some curse that is. People would pay good money for that.
I know, especially because my life expectancy is like 4 years normally.
4 years? It's been 50.
Yes, I know. I've met my great grandkids.
Oh my goodness. And Wormy, you look older.
Thank you, he says, and his head tilts a little bit. He says, and you look well kept.
Thank you. I've been getting my shell buffed twice a week.
It shows. It's very shiny.
And slick. And he's like, Blueberry's like gripping the edge of your shell as to not slip off.
Whoop, be careful up there. Should we head inside?
Oh, yeah, that probably is a good idea, actually.
Oh, yes, I was waiting. I can't reach the door.
Oh, here, let me get that for you.
Not to rush the reunion.
All right. And you knock on the door. The door has a grand brass knocker. One of those ones with the lion heads with the ring beneath or between its teeth. And as you smack it into the wood of the door, you hear it echoes into the chamber behind. You wait a couple moments before you hear a faint voice from deeper into the estate call out to you. Let yourself in. I've been expecting you. It's a somewhat familiar voice to you all. It's Henrik Krennet, although the years have done a number on his vocal cords.
Henrik, you sound ancient.
Shell, that's rude.
Well, Shelley, I am. It's not everybody that can live quite as long as you. Us humans are fated to live fleeting lives.
You're telling me.
And Blueberry, I was gobsmacked when I heard you were still around.
Oh yeah, it's a necromancer curse. It's a whole thing.
Oh my. Is that from our last adventure?
Yeah, remember when you thought I was dead? Nope.
Ah, I did think there was something odd about that artifact. Well, do come in. As you've been having this conversation with Henrik in another room, just kind of talking through the open door.
But I want to make it clear that Shell is making his way there.
Okay.
Just slowly.
You enter into a glamorous estate. Marble tile, stonework, woodwork, just all of the fixings that you would expect in a state of this caliber. Definitely has not been kept up as much as it probably had been in its prime. However, they do still have the funds to employ a staff. You do catch a couple glimpses of people working around the estate as you are here, but they keep out of your way. You make your way into a... small's not the right word, but a more homely, comfortable study. It's a space where maybe the cleaning staff doesn't come as frequently, that it is a comfortable space for the tenants of the estate to just live as they please. And you see Mr. Rennet sitting in a wheelchair near the fireplace. He turns to you all with a smile and a shaky hand as he kind of holds out his arms to embrace you all, to beckon you in. Blueberry, Wormier, and Shelley, it's so good to see you. It's been too long.
Wormier just gives him a big hug and is like, "It's been a long time. I've missed you so much, my friend."
And I've missed you too, Wormy.
As to not topple over my friend, I'm gonna hug his shin. I'm just like walk up and give him like a light hug on the shin. It's great to see you, and I'm sorry to hear about Eleanor.
Yes, we lived a good life together, but unfortunately it was her time. It all meets us one day in the end.
Time comes for us all. Well, except Blueberry.
Yes, except Blueberry, it seems. What a curse.
That's what I said.
What a curse indeed. Well, I would love to catch up with you. Would you like to stay for the afternoon? We can call our servants for some tea. Maybe a couple sandwiches.
That sounds lovely.
It does sound quite nice.
Absolutely.
Perfect, perfect. Beatrice, be a dear and bring us some tea and some ham sandwiches. And you hear someone in the background in another room call out, "Sure thing," and they go off to get them. Now, you three, sit. We must talk and catch up. How have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, I live in the woods now. Surprise to nobody. But yeah, there's a little community of mouse people. We don't have a race name for them. But mouse people. Yeah, we live in trees. It's great. Lots of tree houses. You would love it. Though you wouldn't fit in any of the tree houses, but you know.
Oh dear, not anymore, but there were my days where I would love to have lived in a treehouse. All of us would have done spectacularly. Cute little commune in the forests. Ah, those were the days.
Oh, yes. I've been doing something similar where I've lived in the woods, but unfortunately, I cannot escape the addiction and rush of adventure. My bloodlust can never be sated.
You were always like that, Shelley. Just ruthless.
You know me. I love the rush.
Ah, I do miss watching it. I am sad that I cannot go with you this time.
Well, that's all right. They'll have me along the way.
Yes, they will have you, Wormy. Good old dependable Wormy. And what has been keeping you these days?
Well, I've been traveling a lot, seeing the world,
Traveling.
doing some side gigs, but mostly just wandering. It's been nice.
Oh,
Missed you all, though.
that is beautiful, Wormy. I'm so happy that you finally got a chance to do that. You were always talking about traveling.
Oh, yes.
And this goes on for some time. We're not gonna go through everything that you catch up on. 50 years is a lot of time to have passed.
Just a little bit.
And there is probably several days worth of stories to tell each other. However, you all just have this one afternoon over tea and sandwiches. And by the end of it, he finally gets around to asking what he has been waiting to request from you from the very beginning. Eleanor. She was the love of my life, and I'm so happy that I was able to spend the years that I had with her. But the time has come, and I would ask no one else but the three of you to do this favor for me. This last favor, I promise. Eleanor's final wishes were to be buried at her family's mausoleum. And unfortunately, it is quite inaccessible for somebody in my state. So I cannot make the journey myself. It would mean so much to me and to Eleanor if you three could make the journey for us and lay her ashes to rest. Would you do that for me?
It would be the most honorable thing we could ever do for you.
Well,
I would be.
You are so kind.
Of course. We all loved Eleanor.
I mean, most of the time.
Well, there was that one time, but she apologized, so it's fine. Water under the bridge at this point.
You can only love the rogue in the party so much.
Yes, water under the bridge for so many things that we did to each other back then. My dear Shelley, you're going to talk.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it would be my pleasure to help you in this time of your need.
That is so kind of you, Shelley. I do appreciate this so much. I will have my staff make you all up some food for the trip and gather a carriage. All expenses would be paid, of course.
Perfect. These old legs get tired of walking such distances.
So do these young legs.
And so do these. And he pats his non-moving legs. All right. It has been quite a pleasure to see you all. But I fear it is time for me to lie down. These days take much more out of me than I care to have them. Yes, that sentence couldn't have got away from me. But you understand, it's time for these old bones to lay down and close my eyes. At least several times more.
Of course, you can trust us to get Eleanor where she wishes to be.
Absolutely.
She's in good hands, my friend.
All right. Please do visit when you return. I would love to catch up with you more often. It's been too long.
Promise. Will do.
All right. And with that, you are kind of motioned out of the estate for the time being. You connect with some of his staff on the way out who give you more of the details of the trip. They kind of figure out logistics of when you would like to leave, how long it would be taking, any other accommodations that they would need to make for you. And all of that stuff is kind of sorted out in that conversation. And you are basically to return in several days after you've kind of gotten your house in order, so to speak, to leave for said trip. Again, as Henrik had explained, all expenses will be paid. The carriage will be stocked up with food, all sorts of accommodations. You will have bookings at inns along the way. And really, the trip will be a pretty leisurely affair. Anything that you would all like to do to prepare yourself for said trip? It will be to a place called the Painted Valley. There is this mausoleum for Eleanor's family that is located there. You have accurate maps that can guide you all the way there. It's not really a wayfinding experience. It's a pretty straightforward route.
I mean, I'm cool leaving right away.
Yeah, I've got my
Business
bag
to
of
attend
trail
to.
mix. I'm good.
I imagine we were told ahead of time that we were being sent on a quest.
You kind of, yeah, he kind of explained it in a letter to you that he was going to be asking you to lay her ashes to rest. Now you've been given the full details that weren't included in the letter of where exactly this is located, how long it's going to take, the logistic stuff. That's better to have in conversation in person. But you did know that you were going to be asked to do this. So, if you don't have any preparations to make,
if we're going to the carriage, when Shelly's walking there, he slowly says, "Shotgun." And that's it.
all right. So there is that like bench on top of the carriage where the driver will sit. But the rest of the carriage is all just one open space where the three of you will be sitting inside the main chamber. So whatever shotgun means to you in that situation...
Well, shotgun actually was from carriages, to be fair.
Was it really? Oh,
yeah, because
there was
The
a
person with
the
the shotgun would sit up on that bench.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I
Wells
did not know
Fargo.
that.
He'll just sit first wherever he wants.
All right. So the trip is rather uneventful. It is kind of this like gorgeous, leisurely tour through the countryside. So, just like this picture.
That spooky ass
Gorgeous,
horse.
So
leisurely trip. I'm definitely not foreshadowing here. Gorgeous, leisurely trip through the countryside, over hills, over bridge, through mountain, down into a forested valley. And as you descend into the valley, that's kind of when you get the first sense of a heaviness. Maybe it's really the idea of Eleanor being truly gone that's hitting you just now. But maybe it's something else altogether. The air does feel constricting. A bit more moist. Maybe it's just the woods. And you hear crows cawing in the distance.
this isn't ominous at all.
It's just a little damp and foggy, that's all, right?
Reminds me of home.
Yeah, my forest is also very murky and misty. So very much home.
You notice low golden clouds rolling past the mountains on the horizon. As you follow a winding path past an ivy-choked gate towards a small cottage. You notice that the windows are dusty. But beyond the cottage, you see the path continues into a dense forest. And the mausoleum's golden spire glints through the trees, just peeking out through the branches.
Wow, is that it?
No, we're burying her in the other mausoleum. Yes, of course, that's it.
I don't know, I figured... I didn't know
Not any kind
Eleanor's
of mausoleum
family-
I'm used to.
Yeah, this is a pretty fancy schmancy mausoleum.
There's a driver of said carriage, right?
There is.
Okay. Excuse me, driver person.
Yes.
Is this it?
Yes,
this-
we have arrived.
This is the mausoleum, or is there another? Is it like behind the house?
The mausoleum is back there. We'll park the... I don't know why I'm talking with Henrik's voice kind of laid over somebody else's. We'll park here.
Oh,
Park
wow.
here.
Okay.
In front of this cottage, where there is space for the horses to be fed. The man who lives here is the groundskeeper of the mausoleum, and he'll probably be able to show you around a little bit better. I've never been here myself. This is just his voice now. All right?
All right. Thank you. We will depart on foot. Come on.
What time should we be expecting you for the ride back?
I'll be waiting here at the cottage. I
Oh,
don't
perfect.
suspect y'all will be gone for very long. You're just taking a urn up to her final resting space. And probably
Well,
saying
don't
your
you
final
worry.
words, doing some sort of ceremony or whatnot. I don't know what you have all sorted out there, but
If there's anything I'm known for, it's my speed.
It's true. Fastest in the West?
all right.
There's not a lot of people in the West.
There's not.
They're all turtles.
Well, thank you so much. We will be back. And we'll depart. At least I'll depart.
I also depart.
Shell
Alright.
is coming.
Beautiful. So, you all are going to get out of the carriage. It's very exciting. And make your way towards the cottage. The carriage is going to kind of pull over to the side of the road. The driver gets out, is going to unhitch the horses, and lead them up to a feeding trough. There's kind of like a little tie up area, whatever you call that.
Hitching post.
Hitching post, thank you. There's a little bit of a hitching post situation with a feeding trough and some hay, and just like a nice little area that the horses can hang out with the carriage kind of unhitched from them. But yeah, there's this cottage, the little pathway leads up to it. You see that there's like a little wooden gate. The front door is this wooden, kind of rotted wood door, and the whole cottage is just kind of covered in ivy.
My kind of place. Wormier just kind of like happily, like almost skipping up to the door. And then I guess I'll knock, because we need to meet the groundskeeper.
Yeah.
Alright.
That would probably be ideal.
Yeah, I'll knock.
Mhm.
I'll do that.
You knock on the door, and you wait for a moment, listening for any noise on the other side. You all kind of sit in silence for a little while, but nobody comes to the door.
Is there a window nearby that I could like peek in and see if...
I'm a dirty witch.
There is a window. It's rather dusty, but you can try to brush it off to look inside.
Worm spits on it and then uses the sleeve of his robe and like wipes really furiously at it.
All
What do you
right.
see?
So
Blueberry's
you-
like trying to like get up to like look in the window.
So you knock off a good bit of debris on the outside of the window. It's still left rather foggy from dust on the inside, but you can see in a little bit more clearly now. You don't see any lights on. You don't notice any movement. You see a small round table with a single chair at it, and an empty plate of what looks to be recently eaten food. But you don't see a groundskeeper inside. But as you step down from the window, that's when you hear a rustling in the back of the cottage.
Oh,
Sounds like
that's-
they make me run back.
That's probably him. And Blueberry will just like run off all fours. Blueberry runs on all fours.
Blueberry way.
So you scamper around the cottage.
Camper. Great word.
And as you arrive on the other side of the cottage, you see him again. Or for the first time. Not again. You see a man. He is like ancient, grizzled. You see him in a brown work apron holding a rake, and he's just kind of like hacking at some weeds in the back of the cottage. It's like wildly overgrown. And as you're like noticing how overgrown the back of the cottage is, your attention is kind of drawn to the pathway leading up to the mausoleum and how overgrown it is as well. Maybe the work has just kind of gotten away from this man in his older years. He doesn't notice you at first.
Hello, kind sir. You must be the groundskeeper. Hello, down here. Hello. No, down here. There you go.
Gosh, you spooked me.
Oh, so sorry.
Didn't see you coming, or hear you. Wow.
Not
you're
many
right there.
people do.
Yeah. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, my name is Blueberry, and we are, me and my friends who are on their way, are here to deliver the ashes of Eleanor Granite to her resting place. Surely, Baron Henrik Granite let you know ahead of time that we were coming, right?
He did send a letter, but I tried to tell him not to send anybody. You better get out of here right now before anything bad happens. It's not very safe here right now.
What?
He should have got the letter and relayed that information. I don't know why he sent anybody.
He did not do that. So we are here, and we have ashes to be delivered.
Sure. Well, you don't go anywhere near the mausoleum. It's not safe.
I'm sure we can handle it. What kind of not safe are we talking about? Blueberry?
Little mouse person. Where'd you come from?
Around the corner.
How long have you been there?
Like 30 seconds, this whole conversation. Are you okay? Do you need help?
Yes, I'm fine.
Wormy, I think you should.
I
think the mouse thing is throwing him off. Do you want to?
I should get back to my work. I have to take care of these weeds. Show your way to the mausoleum yourself.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's why you're here.
Yeah, could you just point us in the direction? Is there like a path?
Yes, it's that one right there.
Perfect. Thank you. You go back to whatever it is you were doing.
Okay, I will do that. Yes.
He seemed a bit confused. What happened?
Oh dear,
sure.
who are you?
Oh gosh.
Oh, hi, I'm Wormier, if you would prefer Wormier.
Oh, that's a weird name.
It's really not. It's a family name. It's old, but it's a classic, and those never go out of style.
Okay.
Hello!
Oh, there's a turtle too. Oh my goodness. There's so many of you. Where did you all come from? Did you just arrive?
Yeah, just around the corner. We were at the front of the house, and then we came around the back of the house.
Oh, you startled me.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Just very tired from working on all of these weeds. They just keep growing so fast. So fast.
Well, we will leave you to it. Thank you for the directions to the mausoleum, and Blueberry will like point in a direction for the others to see and like beckon you over. We're gonna go. You have a great day.
Okay. Mr. Mouse Person. Goodbye. Blueberry, that's an interesting name.
Yep, sure is.
See you later, Gator.
There's an alligator somewhere. Where? Where's an alligator?
No actual gator.
Got you.
Oh gosh. Don't scare me like that. There's been so many things in the woods lately. I don't want to deal with an alligator. Hello, I'm Voldemort.
We have to go. Goodbye. And Wormier just starts going towards the path.
Blueberry
Goodbye,
is gone.
Valdemir.
All right. So he has pointed you at some point in this conversation. He has pointed you towards the pathway towards the mausoleum, which you can also see through the branches. So it's pretty clear the direction that you should be heading. So you do that. But it's not as straightforward as a path that you would have expected. Many years of growth have obscured the pathway a bit. Or at least, so it seems. You see a pathway cutting through tall, vibrant grasses and then becoming lost. Just completely engulfed in the grasses and these colorful flora. You hear birds singing in the trees, and you notice these purplish black fungi peeking out of the tall grasses around the path.
Oh, what are you? And Shell will go over to examine these shrooms.
Blueberry will too, and Blueberry's gonna go up to one and give it a good sniff.
You lean in towards one of the mushrooms. Would you like to do a nature check? Are you trying to identify them?
Sure.
Okay. Give me some sort of nature check, or if you'd like to just give me a passive wisdom, something like that.
Oh, that's a 21, baby, in nature.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay. So, oops all druids.
Oops, all druids, if you didn't know.
Oops all druids. Your party is really well versed in flora and fauna. Just in general. Nature's kinda your thing. However, you don't recognize these. You've seen a lot of weird mushrooms, especially as adventurers for so long. These are different.
I don't recognize these ones.
Odd. Neither do I. In all my years of travel, never came across these.
It is odd. They don't smell great.
Yeah. You might say they're not exactly fun guys.
That joke never gets old, as we are all druids and use it all the time.
Never gets old at all.
Just like Blueberry and
Maybe I'll take samples on our way back.
Oh, that's a grand idea.
Well, let's keep going, I guess.
You start pushing through the tall grasses, revealing a beaten path hidden in the leaves. More and more of these mushrooms are popping up along the ground, just peeking through the grasses. And that's when Blueberry, you notice something unnerving.
Uh-huh.
The birds. Why have they fallen silent?
Where
They
are they
were all
gone?
chirping the whole ride here. You heard tons and tons of birds throughout this forest. And up until maybe moments ago, you begin to look around. And while silent, they are not gone.
Oh, that's unsettling.
You notice the trees lining this pathway. All of the birds that were once chirping are now sitting silent and motionless, with their beaks open, revealing black tongues.
Oh, how foul!
Is that a bird
Yeah.
joke?
Yes.
Ah.
What could be up with our feathered friends?
Can I? What do? Can I speak with animals?
You
Good
can?
luck. Oh wait, I think I can too.
Do you have the spell?
I do.
I feel like you probably all have the spell speak with animals. Would you like to cast it?
I would.
Alright. You cast Speak with Animals, and what would you like to say to them?
I'm gonna say, hey up there, we're just visiting for a little bit. You're all very quiet and seem to be looking at us. I'm Wormier. You can call me Worm. I'm sure that you like those, so hopefully you'll like me. And these are my friends. We are just here to deliver some ashes.
The only movement you notice is their eyes tracking you as you talk. They do not respond.
Well, that's rude.
And unsettling. So I have Speech of the Woods,
Mm-hmm.
which is part of what am I? What is this?
Shepherd.
Shepherd, thank you. Which says that beasts can understand my speech and I gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions. So I imagine, this is just speculation, that they are devoid of any such noises and motions.
Sorry, just choked a little bit. Yeah. Their actions are not natural for birds, and therefore you can't quite decipher the meaning of it. This is not something you've experienced. Typically, you're like reading their body language and that's kind of how you understand them. But because they're not acting normally, it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't mean anything to you. From the perspective like that feature.
There's definitely something. Clearly, there's definitely something wrong with these birds. We should keep going and just ignore them. They're birds. What harm could they do? Though if they're big enough, it does become a problem for me. Just like birds of prey, hawks
That's
and
right.
eagles and such.
Well, I'll shield you in my robe if any come down and try to scoop you.
I do remember the adventure where you were carried off by a hawk.
Oh god, that hawk was vicious.
It was, but I mean, like, he lifts up his cape, and underneath his cape there is a feathered vest that he's wearing. But
Hey, it made a
guess
great
who won
light.
that fight?
It's true. You did win that one.
dinner was good that night.
Was.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Move along.
I guess we'll keep going.
Yep, we're
I
gonna
think we
keep
go
on-
this way, down this path.
All right, we'll follow you. You are the swiftest of us.
That's correct. Know your place.
Oh, I do
Worm.
very well.
So, as we proceed, I'm gonna ask you all to roll initiative.
Oh, great.
Ooh. Ooh!
Oh, hey. Starting strong with a 1 from someone.
It's Shell.
Oh my gosh.
What's Shell's
Okay.
dexterity?
Oh yeah.
Egg.
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 Blueberry got a 18.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Worm got a 10.
All right. So, Blueberry,
Yeah.
you start moving further down the path. You're pushing through the grass. And as you do, you push through a particularly large blade of grass. And
One large blade of grass.
one large blade of grass. You are a mouse.
True.
Or a leaf, or something else in the underbrush. You're just kind of pushing through it. You brush up against the spongy, almost slimy texture of one of the fungi. And you feel your hand burns with the touch. And then you notice it starts to pulsate
Ow.
as these tentacle appendages start to come out of holes that are in the surface of the mushroom cap. What do you do?
Blueberry will, Blueberry's just gonna hit it with a scimitar.
Alright, make an attack.
So yeah, draws a scimitar, does a 14 hit.
A 14 does hit.
Okay. That is 9 slashing damage.
Alright. You slash into it, and as you do so, your scimitar cuts across the flesh of the mushroom, and this, like, mucus-like purple ooze starts to gush out. And that's when the tentacles shoot out towards you. Does a 12 hit?
No, my AC is 15.
Oh, but a 17 does. So as
Damn it.
these two tentacles shoot out to you, they slap into the ground next to you. You hear the whip of the tentacle through the grass as the other one smacks you across the cheek.
Gross.
As it does, it begins to singe your fur and your flesh. You're gonna take 7 necrotic
What?
damage.
No. Gross.
As yet another mushroom from behind the two of you whips out tentacles. Wormier, a 9 does not hit you.
No.
I know that much. But Shelly does a 19 hit.
Uh-huh.
All right. So on the shell of your back, the back of your shell,
One and the same.
the shell on your back, you feel a whack, and it begins to like corrode. You're gonna take 2 necrotic damage
Oh.
as you start to notice movement in the grasses along this pathway. Vermeer, what do you do as we are going to move ourselves into our first encounter battle?
Combat.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm
They
guessing the
are about to get
purple
murdered by a murderer, Earl.
A murder of mushrooms.
Murder mushrooms.
So, are the purple, are those the mushrooms? on
So
this
they're all around you. I'll add the
okay.
ones that you're aware of. So I guess you were right up in there, Blueberry, and then there was one behind you. But you start to notice that like everything is rustling around you. You can't see through all the brush, but you can hear it, and you can see some of the brush moving near the edge of the pathway.
Cool. I am going to use Frostbite on the one below me to the right.
All right.
It needs to make a con save 12.
On save. All right. It rolls a 20.
Well,
Well,
that didn't work.
well. All right. Is that your turn, Vermeer?
Yeah, that's it.
Shell. Little Shelly, what you doing?
Is Blueberry like taken by these tentacles, or
No,
did
just
they just like
slapped.
they just little
Just
like
a little.
Sheldon clangs his mace off his shield and casts Shillelagh,
Yep.
and then he smashes that mushroom.
All right, make that attack roll.
I love a good shillelagh.
Just kidding.
Shillelagh, more like Salele.
So as you swing your shillelagh, you see this mushroom that was like kind of all like expanding, and you saw the tentacles like slapping out. It just kind of squishes back down, and you swing over it. You're not sure how it knew where you were swinging, but
Yeah, not the dodge.
That's
yeah,
disgusting.
the mushroom dodge. Just kind of.
Okay.
All right, back up to Blueberry. What you doing?
Blueberry will. A Blueberry will take another swing at this one in front of them. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, it does.
That does, again, 9 slashing damage.
All right. So you slash through it this time. The head of the mushroom cap, the cap of the mushroom, is just lopped off. The whole thing kind of like toppled over, and the ooze starts to pull out, although it's quite viscous. You kind of have to whip that ooze off the tip of your scimitar as it kind of starts to coat, and you kind of hear the singeing of the acidic mucus. That's when
Fuck
you
you, asshole!
notice 2 more emerge from the brush just in front of you all. And so that is a total of 4 mushrooms. Nope, 3, because 1 just died. And that is going to be 6 attacks. So I'm going to roll some dice, and we're going to see where that lands us. So cool. We're going to just spread the love that they're trying to converge around all of you. So as they kind of move in, they're going to spread that out. So we've got a 10, we've got a 4. So that's Shelly's. Both gonna miss. We've got a 12. We're doing great. These missions are doing great. Oh my gosh, they're doing so good. A 15 on Wormier.
That will hit.
All right. So, as these tentacles start whipping through the grass, you see the blades of grass, leaves, twigs start flying in the air as you just see these tentacles whipping around, flinging out, smacking into the ground. You're going to take 5 necrotic damage as 1 hits you across the chest.
Ow.
And let's go for Blueberry. 11 will miss. But a 21 will do it.
That'll do it.
So Blueberry is going to get hit for 8 necrotic damage.
Why are you rolling so high against
On
me?
the damage, I'm doing real well. On those D20s, not so much.
Blueberry's not looking great.
Great. Wormier, what are you doing?
I am going to... first, I'm going to cast Healing Word on my good friend Blueberry.
Thank you.
For a total of 6.
Ooh, I'll take it.
And then I'm going to... I'm actually just going to move over here. Kind of get in range of this one. And that is where I'll end my turn.
Beautiful. All right. What are you doing, Shelly?
You said there's are there 3 or 6 of these?
There's 3 now. So you've taken out 1. 2 new ones have joined.
Okay. Shelly will go over here. Actually, does Shelly have to move to do this? No. Okay. Shelly is going to cast Wither and Bloom right here.
All right. And what does Wither and Bloom do?
You invoke both death and life in a 10-foot radius. Each creature of your choice must make a con save or take 2d6 necrotic damage. Half as much on a save.
10-foot
And then-
radius?
Yeah, so it would hit this one and this one.
There we go.
And in addition, one creature of your choice in that area may regain any number of hit points, or regain the number of hit points of one of its unspent hit dice. So you can heal for whatever Druid's hit dice is.
What is that?
I think it's D8.
D8, yeah.
D8. Nice.
So Wormier can heal for 1d8.
So you said con save?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They are going to both make con saves. That's a 2, but a nat 20 on the second one.
Very cool, very cool. They take 7 and I think 3 necrotic damage.
All right. Cool. All right. Blueberry.
Blueberry will go up to this one closest to him and give it a slash with the scimitar. That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
That is 7 slashing damage. And do I have any bonus actions that I can use? Oh yeah. Blueberry will summon a totem because I could do that.
All right.
I am going to summon the bear totem. It has what's the radius? 30 feet. 30 feet radius. So I'm just gonna place it like here,
All right.
in the middle of all of us.
You don't have to keep the wither and bloom stuff there. It's not concentration.
Okay. Good to know.
But the bear totem gives us all 8 temporary HP. So you're welcome.
Nice.
Oh, not 89, 8. There we go. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
It's just like this like little tiny, this mouse-sized spirit bear sitting on top of like a little flower. You know how like there's old pictures of the mice sitting on top of flowers?
Oh my
It's
gosh,
that, but it's a
so
bear.
cute.
Like
Oh my
sitting there and
gosh.
like praying. Just like blooms from the ground.
Beautiful. So you notice 2 more join the fight,
Great.
and the others continue to converge. Let me see. What is their reach? What is their reach? It's important. Reach is 10 feet. So they can hit Blueberry, the one over here, as well as So this one can also hit Wormier. So Wormier is gonna get 2. Blueberry's gonna get 2. Shelly's only gonna have 1. So we're gonna roll more dice now. How exciting for us all. Okay. We're gonna start with the least exciting. So we're gonna start with Shelly because anticipation. So 10 misses.
Yeah.
4 misses. Shelly's fine.
Love that for Shelly.
Wormier. Got 4 to go. Got a 21.
Yeah, that'll do.
This D8 is wild. This D8
Rude.
is wild. This is
It's
so,
so rude.
rude. Oh my gosh. That's 8 necrotic damage.
Got it.
There go your temporary hit points.
Big ouchie.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
17 will also hit. Only 1 that time.
Well, that's it, folks. This is the This is it. This is the whole session.
This is the whole session. This is the whole session. Oh my gosh.
We're just gonna TPK.
4. That's a miss.
Hey, that's good.
11. Also a miss, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. Now on to the most spicy.
Yeah. I can take like 2 hits. Wait, no, I've got 8 temporary hit points. We might be okay.
21.
Damn it.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Good thing I put down that totem. Jeez.
This is why I don't do on the table rolls.
Well, here we are.
Because the dice gods will fucking destroy sometimes. Oh my gosh. A 21 again. No.
Oh no.
Blueberry.
5.
Okay. It's been worse.
8. That's gonna
that-
miss.
That miss dodged.
Dodged.
I am very dexterous. It is actually a dodge.
15.
That just hits.
So our final necrotic damage roll for this round
Does Blueberry go down? Let's find out next time on No, I Do Not.
4. 4. All right, that was like a total of 13, 14.
Yeah,
It's a lot
13 or
of
14.
damage.
It's a lot of damage for level 3.
All right.
Can this mushroom make a con save?
Yes, I can.
Wait, why?
Halo spores.
An 18.
It makes it.
Not you sporsing a mushroom.
It didn't work.
They're different spores. It could potentially be toxic. All right. Wormier, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look at the other two and be like, "Hey, I think maybe we should just hightail it to the crypt. What do you guys think?"
Yeah, Blueberry is like bloodied and like burned from all the acid. Yeah, we should go.
Well, first I think I should cast Healing Word on you again. Harry,
Be appreciated.
I'm definitely gonna do that right now. For 4. Sorry, 6. You get 6.
Okay, I'll take 6.
And then I'm going to move.
All right.
What's my range? 30 feet. Okay.
I'm gonna roll 1 attack of opportunity on you.
All right. I'm gonna just. Oh well. I guess I'll wait.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 20.
No.
So as you start to hightail it out of there, you feel it lick the back of your ankle for 4 necrotic damage.
Not the worst it could have been.
Just like that. All right, Sheldon.
Shell just gingerly just walks by.
What's your speed, Shelly?
It's 30, believe it or not. It's just really slow 30.
It's a slow 30. All right. Would you like to dash, or are you going to use your action for something else?
You make a solid point. I'm going to hit this mushroom first.
Okay.
Or attempt to. 14.
A 14 will hit.
For 8.
Not enough to kill it, but close.
Damn it.
You're
No.
just whacked chunks of mushroom out, splattering over all of the grasslands.
Mm-hmm.
And you run the fuck out of there.
Yep. He just goes.
Blueberry.
Blueberry will disengage for fear of dying.
That is an option.
3.
Oh, I do need to make an attack of opportunity on Shelly as well.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I'll move back.
But not a Blueberry. That's a 9, so that is going to fail. So Blueberry disengages and
Wait.
runs away.
Question.
Yes.
If it made an attack, that's metagaming. I would say if it made an attack of opportunity against the turtle, then it can't make an opportunity attack against me.
It's the other violet fungus.
Oh, right, they have reach. Fuck that shit. Okay.
No, this one was 5 feet away. They
I
do
was
have
here.
reach. Yeah, so Shelly was here.
Oh, I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
Shelly
I
got
run.
hit by the other mushroom.
Gotcha. And I, as my bonus action, will cast Healing Word on myself.
Beautiful. Oops, all
The word of the day is "fuck this shit." All is one word.
All is
And I
one
get
word.
4 health, 4 points back. Fell. That's
Beautiful. All right. That one moves. And 2 more.
it. Yeah.
So they do have reach. So Shelly, is going to get 1, and Wormier will get 2 this time.
Oh my goodness.
All the others are going to continue to move towards you all at a speed of 5.
Yes.
They're fucking mushroom. So they're just kind of like pulsating and like doing that like that cartoon, the old-fashioned cartoon thing where they just kind of bounce and kind of squash in and out as they slowly creep along the forest floor towards you, whipping their tentacles out. It's beautiful. It's quite a sight. So, let's do those rolls. 15 on Wormier
That'll hit.
for 2 necrotic damage.
Oh, we
5
do.
will miss.
Mhm.
On to the next mushroom. 18 for 6 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
And the final hit on Wormier will be an 11, which will miss. Shelly only has 1 mushroom within reach range. There'll be a 19 to hit for 5 necrotic damage. And 12 to hit, which will miss. Alright. Wormier, what are you doing?
I'm gonna slash at this mushroom with my scimitar.
Alright.
Oops, all druids.
Oops.
Oops,
Girl
all
has a
druids.
scimitar.
You've got to be
Are you gonna
joking.
cast
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh too?
Oh.
Oh no.
That's a 4 hit.
Surprisingly not, but it is close.
I hate it here. Did I mention that? That I hate it here?
It's close.
It's close. It is very close. You just like barely just like graze the top of the mushroom cap. But it just kind of like gelatinously whoops down just before you're able to hit it.
Lovely. Okay. Well, then I'm going to try and run again.
Alright. I will make an attack of opportunity on you.
Go for it. I'm just trying to get out of here, man.
13.
No. Just misses.
Alright. Shelly.
That was a close one.
Would you like to use your dash? Is that what you're doing?
No, that's 30 feet. No, I'm assuming Wormier is quite hurt.
I'm actually kind of okay.
Okay. Then Shelly will just continue dashing then.
Alright. So you dash. This turtle just kind of like Mario shells across the
I was gonna say,
fucking
it's
forest.
not
Just
it's
in the
not how
west.
you think. He kind of takes a little bit of a running start and just slides.
Green shells, just beelines for the fucking mausoleum.
Blinks off here, goes that way.
Bounces off the shrubs.
Yep.
Alright. That brings us to Blueberry.
Blueberry is going to dash. Let's see, that's 3.
And the door is like where you are. You're basically
Oh,
at the
I
door
can
at this
absolutely
point.
make it inside.
Yeah.
We're going inside.
Okay, so you reach the door. And you turn the handle.
Yeah.
It's locked.
Damn it.
It's fucking locked.
What can
What are you gonna do?
That's a great question.
You've
What
already
kind of
used your
door is
dash
it?
action. So
That's true.
you only have a free action, which is to try to open the door.
I have a bonus action. Thank you very much.
You do have a bonus action. Do you have a bonus action you can use?
No. Are there any, do I see any extra mushrooms, Mr. Shroomies, coming out from the woodwork?
So all the shrubs around here, like all of this, the green area, basically is like spicy. It's moving. Stuff's coming.
Gotcha. Great.
Like
What
you
kind of door
see
is
it all
this?
rustling. So you reach the door, and it is. So the mausoleum is this like white marble tower. It's like 3 stories tall. You see a weathered roof, and the door is a reinforced wooden door, like steel reinforced wooden door.
Gotcha. No windows? Anything like
There
that?
are windows on the upper floors, I believe. Let me double check real quick. No windows actually.
No. Never mind. We will stand at the door and keep an eye out for mushrooms undulating their way towards us.
All right, and they are going to do that.
Great.
So, just for suspense, these all are gonna continue moving on towards you. You just see them making their way on towards you. However, we're going to spawn 2 more that are going to happen right here, unfortunately in front of Wormier, and they are going to start moving towards that door. They are not in reach of anybody, so no attacks from the mushrooms, bringing us to Wormier. So
I'm gonna dash.
you can dash. You will not be able to avoid an attack of opportunity. You'll have to go within 5 feet as you squeeze between those 2 mushrooms.
Okay, well, let's do it then.
Oh,
We'll just go here.
Alright. So that attack of opportunity is going to be an 11.
Misses.
So you
Yay.
feel the wind on the back of your neck as you bolt between those 2 mushrooms. You see Blueberry struggling with the door, turning the handle. You hear the clicking as the lock is keeping the handle from turning.
It's locked.
Shall
As
I-
I'm like probably like holding on to it and like trying to use my weight to pull it down.
Can I cast heat metal? Would that melt the lock?
Is heat metal a bonus action?
Oh, you're right. No, it's not.
Sorry.
I apologize. Dang it. That's okay. Next round.
Yeah, next round. Shelly.
Shelly. Shelly goes here. And Shelly will smack the mace.
Alright.
Shelly gets 10.
A 10 will hit. We're slowly getting closer to that AC.
Shelly hits it for 11. It goes, "Be gone, you
11.
pustule."
As your mace like slams into the mushroom, you feel the gush as it squishes beneath the weight of your force. And it just like splatters out to the sides. You basically have demolished half the mushroom with that swing.
Oh, disgusting. Can we get the door open?
Blueberry, can we get the door open?
I don't know. We're gonna try. That's for sure. Trying to think of what I can do. What kind of lock is it? Is it like a padlock on the front, or is it like a key in the door sort of?
It's like a keyhole
Okay.
situation.
How big is said keyhole?
I don't know, regular size keyhole.
Can I stick my hand in the keyhole?
I knew this was coming. I knew it.
No, you
Damn it.
as a mouse person cannot. Would you transform into a spider? You could crawl inside it. That's about how big it is.
Oh, right. We can turn into things.
Oops, I'll
Oops, all druids.
Oops, all druids.
Oops, all
Spider it
druids.
is. I will use my bonus action to wild shape into a spider and crawl into the keyhole. And then once I'm on the other side, is there a way for me to unlock it from the other side, or is it also key on the other side?
It is locked from the inside, yeah.
But like, can I unlock it from the inside, or do I need a key?
You
to
could
unlock
unlock it from the inside.
Okay, then poof, no longer spider.
However,
Yes.
as you get to the other side, you're crawling through the keyhole. Little creepy crawly, skitter, skitter, skitter. You get to the other side. Poof, you're back into a mouse.
Oh, I actually can't poof yet, because that's my action. I forget. I'm not.
Oh, it's a
the
whole
druid of the
action?
moon.
Okay.
It's a whole action to transform.
So you get to the other side, you're a spider on the other side of the door, you're sitting there. And you notice some motion in the room around you.
Oh,
As you look,
all right, go ahead.
you see a ghostly woman. Transparent, all the ghost things. She stands there in a long dress with a shawl and a cape, a hooded cape. And she takes the hood of the cape and she pulls it down, revealing her face as Eleanor.
Oh. Then I can't actually poof. It's a bonus action to undo. It's an action to transform. It's a bonus action to revert. So I will
Okay.
revert. And hopefully not be killed by the ghost of my friend.
All right.
Because that's all I can do.
So,
Unless I can use my free action to unlock it.
well, potentially.
Okay.
As you unpoof, she's just taken her hood off, and she begins to speak. Let us bring peace to this place, so I may rest. And she motions at the door, and you hear the lock click.
Great. Perfect. Then I will open the door instead.
That's the safety mechanism in case you all get to the door and can't figure out how to unlock it.
Is a ghost.
Is a ghost that just goes woo. So yeah, the door unlocks. Let's roll some mushroom attacks, as more are also going to spawn in the bushes.
Oh no, that's too close to
The
me.
bushes.
I'm
You are
farther in.
inside. You're inside.
I move farther in.
But we're gonna do these two. We're gonna spread it out between the two of you. Let's do some rolling.
Rolling.
First one's gonna
Oh.
crit.
God.
So Shelly, you're going to take 12 necrotic damage. As you just like bashed into this one of its tentacles just flings up around your attack and just like wraps itself around you, pulling across your body. You feel the singeing of your shell burning, and then another tentacle comes from you on the other side for you. on the other side. Not from you. That'd be news to all of us. That one is gonna miss. Wormier. An 8 will miss. An 18 will hit. For 2 necrotic damage.
Okay, not awful.
Alright, Wormier. You're up.
Shelly, let's get the fuck out of here. And
I'm working on it.
I'm gonna go and slam into the door. I don't know if the door's open yet or not, right?
It's open.
Okay, I'm gonna go run into the door and just be like, "Hello, Blueberry. Hello, Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor."
Oh, hello!
Hello. In her very ghostly form, she just talks like this, very wilting and listfully.
Ethereal.
Ethereal. Alright, Shelly, what are you doing?
As Shelly is known for, his bloodlust gets the best of him, and he will try to smash this one mushroom in front of him.
Beautiful.
22.
That'll do it.
6.
You're gonna be very disappointed.
Oh no.
You have left the mushroom on death's door.
Good.
Bonus action, punch it.
It
Bonus
has
action.
1 hit point.
Oh, yeah, I'll make a claw attack.
Oh, you've got claws?
I'm a turtle.
Portal.
Oh.
I told you.
How's a
I
7
don't have
do?
claws.
A 7 will hit.
3 damage.
It's not the worst claw attack I've ever
Finish
seen.
it.
So he hits it with the mace and sees one tendril just gingerly reach up. And then he just squishes the rest of it with his entire hand. Just wipes it off and proceeds to turn around and go inside.
Alright. Mechanically, it does no damage, but you feel the singe of the mucus on your hand as you squish it between your claws.
Ew. Those things are foul. Oh, good. Eleanor, you're back from the grave.
So Eleanor is here. You are all standing inside. And now I will describe what the inside looks like as you have all arrived. So you've entered into the memorial hall. So there are these like oil paintings all over the walls. They're like faded oil paintings. There's like these stone busts of all Eleanor's relatives. You see the resemblance. There are stairs along the right side of the tower that lead up. However, something's off. You notice these knotty black vines that hang from the ceiling. They're like reaching down into the memorial hall like hands, grasping towards you. The air has a strange haze, almost as if there was just a light rainfall. That like mist is still in the air and has not yet settled. Eleanor stands there.
I close the doors.
You slam the doors shut
And I lock it.
and lock them.
Eleanor, it's great to see you, even though it's kind of see through you, but still, very good to see you after all these years.
It is unexpected. You to be here. Why are you here?
Exact.
She gives you a bit of a grimaced smile. Like she's happy to see you, but almost in pain. You notice that the edges of her form are tattered. And there's this, like, black shadow that seems to be creeping towards the core of her form.
Is something keeping you from moving on?
This place... it's not right. Something ill has taken hold here.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of evil mushrooms outside that are trying to kill us.
I agree, it's probably the mushrooms.
Yeah.
It does smell weird in here.
These roots don't look healthy either. Someone should be pruning these. I'll have a talk with your groundsman. He was a bit turned around, it seems.
Corruption is spreading.
Where from? We've
care-
dealt with corruption before.
Care to elaborate?
Remember that one time in the caves of Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, the
remember
caves of Greg.
Communication was key
yes,
then, and it's
I
key
remember.
now.
It's somewhere within these walls. I can feel it. I can sense it constricting me. Holding
Literally
me
or
tight.
figuratively? In the walls.
Figuratively?
Okay.
Okay, so we
Must
don't need to burn
be
it down, got it.
upstairs. These roots, they tendril out from the source.
Well, sounds like we know what we have to do, gang.
Sounds like something we've taken care of before. Will you be joining us, or is this incorporeal body just too incorporeal for that sort of shenanigans? I remember you with the dagger. It was pretty great.
Floats up through the ceiling.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh my god, she's never
Well,
been stealthier.
I guess we should go up the stairs. Maybe we'll find her waiting for us.
Could we take a sit down first?
Oh yeah, maybe a little short break would be good.
I'm thinking, like, mechanically we could take a like a double short rest, so like somebody could keep watch while the other two take a little nap, and then vice versa.
Eleanor is going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, she's
Ed,
got,
how much deader can she be?
she's
Yeah.
She
got
can wait.
all of eternity to wait.
What's she gonna do?
As you are talking and making plans to take a bit of a breather here in the room, you notice that the roots, vines, veins start to wriggle.
Oh,
You
God.
see them almost in real time, kind of tendriling out towards the floor, slowly creeping and like branching off through the air, making their way slowly towards you.
Never mind. No sit down for us. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself if that's the case.
All right.
Oh, perfect. I am fully healed again. Okay.
Alright. I think it's best we ascend, friends.
Agreed.
Wormir is gonna just take a little trot upstairs.
Yeah, same.
All right. So you make your way up the stairs, and I will pull you on over. Into the other room. So yeah, you are at the top of the stairs here. Then as you reach the top of the stairs, you notice that the vines are thicker here, both in the girth of the vines themselves, but also in the abundance of them breaking through the stone. You see the ground is just crumbling around where they have broken through to the floor below. And again, you see more hanging from the ceiling. This room has these vines just stretching from ceiling to floor, covering the walls, all of it pulsing. And the purple and black mushrooms growing in clusters along the vines.
Oh, there's more of them.
Yeah. Guess we keep going.
Yeah, Eleanor's not here, so she must have floated on through the rest of the building?
Yeah.
One could assume she ascended and not to the heavens.
Alright, I guess onward and upward then, huh?
Is there nothing on this floor worth
Yeah,
noting?
should we...
So, I mean, there are paintings and busts all around the room. There are more of the mushrooms, and they are starting to pulse. In order to make your way around to the other side of the stairs to go up another level, you are gonna have to climb over these vines and maybe duck under some. It's gonna be a little bit of a
Like a heist dodging lasers?
heist dodging lasers minefield situation. As you do recognize these mushrooms as the same ones from outside. However, they seem not activated.
Blueberry will climb up on Shell's shell.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, climbing over things without touching them is not my specialty.
I see. Well, maybe we should try this. And Shelly will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Alright.
Which will give us, as long as we stay within 30 feet of me, plus 10 to stealth checks.
Brilliant.
Wormir's gonna stick with you then.
Alright. So let's start with stealth checks.
So 21 with the plus 10.
Alright. Wormir.
Okay. It's a 5.
15.
15, cool.
Blueberry.
What do I do if I'm on top of Shell's shell?
You're gonna still make a stealth check.
Okay,
You just won't make the next check.
gotcha. That's a 20, a dirty 20 with the
Alright.
extra 10.
So, up until now, everything seems to be pulsing, to be growing, but nothing has activated. Nothing has actively attacked or moved towards you. So, to make your way across the room, I'm going to need acrobatics checks.
We knew this was coming.
Blueberry will not have to make them.
Oh, which is so unfortunate because I actually have a really good acrobatic skill.
Let me tell you about Shelly. She is very acrobatic.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, great job, both of you.
Alright. So with a 15 as our lowest, we'll narrate what happens with you, Vermeer. You begin to make your way across the room, and I'll drag you around. You're creeping slowly towards the other end of the stairs, and you approach your first obstacle. A rather girthy vine pulsing with a cluster of mushrooms growing up the wall to your left.
So girthy.
Oh god.
And
It's
it's the thickness that you'll have to kind of jump slightly. You can't just like raise a leg over it, step over it. You have to do a bit of a hop. So you ready yourself to do so. You raise your knee and extend it out slowly over the undulating vine. Take a breath in and spring off your back leg. Your right foot hits the stone beneath you with your left foot extended out behind, quivering over the vine as you slowly bring it around towards in front of you. The first obstacle has been passed.
Vine 1.
Vine 1. You have a little bit of space before you duck under another, twisting around as these vines kind of stretch like sinewy cords across the room. Step over a couple others, and you come to a small pass between two of the cords that blocks your way. It is somehow Shelly is not affected by this, but Wormier, it is a small enough gap for you to have to hold your breath and shimmy between the two cords.
Slow and steady, Wormier.
The turtle gracefully like ballets their way through
This
this maze of vines.
He rolled on the edge of his shell through.
Shelly has this like grace where actually, did we establish pronouns? I feel like you were calling Shelly her earlier.
Shelly is whatever. They take no pronoun.
So Shelly has this like grace to them where their movements are very slow and steady and fluid as they slide through this gap with Blueberry on their back effortlessly.
Watch
and they're waiting on the other side as Wormier is shaking. They let out their breath, squat down, put out their arms, and they start to kind of shimmy through the space. They feel wet dripping down their chest as this mucus is just grazing their chest, and you can feel it, the like wetness. And you squeeze on through. But as you do, you pull your leg through the gap, and you nick just the tiniest sinew along the floor. And you feel the room start to rumble as the vines begin to pulsate.
Cut it.
You
Upstairs,
whip
upstairs.
up the stairs, and the last thing you hear behind you is this, like, plopping of wet, mucusy gunk on the floor all around the room. You catch the image of these mushrooms being birthed out of the vines. The
Nope.
sound, and then a splash. And you run up the stairs. All right, thank you everyone for following me on that journey as we have made it to the 3rd floor.
Da-da-da.
Great. So, fun times here because as you arrive to the top of the stairs, you hear the sounds of squishy squashy mushrooms
Squishy.
activating in the room below you. And you stop dead in your tracks, as this room is the most infested of them all. You see Eleanor, her back turned to you, because what she is facing is a giant mound, which should be way larger than
Giant blueberry.
It's huge.
It's the size of my house.
It's not the token looks like, but it should be
Oh,
Whoa, that's much bigger.
he's a grower.
So in this room, you see coffins and urns resting on the floor and shelves of this dusty chamber. You see the gold roof coming to the point above you in this room, and these are all very important features that I must describe, because that is all the context for the torchlight flickering on this scene. In the center of the room is a mass of tangled tentacles. They come together in like a bulbous, almost plant-like shape. However, you see rows of human teeth jutting out of misshapen chunks of flesh embedded into the plant material. Now is when you realize that the tentacles that have been bursting through the floors of the tower are all connected to this creature. The mushrooms are their children. And you see Eleanor, frozen in place, back turned to you, facing this creature. I've been sleeping, waiting for you, Eleanor. Roll initiative.
Oh.
I know,
14.
super exciting. There was so much suspense leading up to that. As this room begins to undulate, the whole room is pulsing, all these tentacles growing up the walls, breaking through the roof of the chamber. You feel everything start to move. The tower begins to shake as you hear the tumbling of stone clattering to the ground as it crumbles from the walls and ceilings. What were those initiatives?
I have 16.
14.
Alright.
12.
Wow.
Much better than last time.
Yes, much better.
Can I
Shall-
preempt? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Shelly's getting warmed up.
Can I preemptively hop onto Wormier's shoulder and whisper in his ear, "Throw me," like the old times?
Ah, yes. The good old days.
Yeah, it is Wormier first, so what do you do?
I throw Blueberry, obviously.
So you pick up Blueberry and you throw them at this creature. Blueberry, give me an athletics check.
Can I? Oh, who?
Wormier, the one throwing.
Yep.
You're just a passive recipient of this toss.
Boy, I'm not that strong.
It's okay
But
to get there.
I got a 15.
Nice.
A 15. That'll do it. Blueberry's pretty small. You hoist them up and just shot put them
Yes.
to the center of the room. Blueberry, you fly through Eleanor. The rest of you see her wispy form now tinged with blackness so much that she was barely visible. She fades away as you fly through her, the wisps of her being dissipating. And I think that's a good enough time for us to go on a short little break.
Blueberry,
Don't you?
midair.
So to put everybody in the audience in the most suspenseful situation, we are going to go on a little bit of break. I will mute all of our mics, hopefully correctly this time. Maybe mute yourselves on your end as well, just to be safe. Because, yeah, we don't want another mishap like the beginning of stream. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to go on a 5 to 10 minute break, probably closer to 5. And we'll be back. I'm going to throw on our BRB little thing, which is new. How exciting for all of us. And we will be right on back when I can find that in my list of things. I forgot to upload it. Oopsies. We are gonna watch the stream starting screen. So sorry. We will be right back. Stream is not starting, but I need something to cover up all of our cameras, so we will be right back.
Ahoy!
Who goes there?
And we're back. Just kidding. We're not back yet.
No, the stream is starting.
The stream is starting. Last week's episode.
All right. We are back, everyone. All right. And I left us in a wonderful spot, mid-air. Last time on, we are actually mid-air. You fly through Eleanor. You're going to land on this mass of plant material mixed with flesh and human teeth.
Can I start my turn mid-air? Can we time that in a way?
Anything else
Just for the
Wormier?
drama.
Sure, I will.
Okay.
I will let it slide. Wormier, anything else you would like to do with your turn? We'll say that was your action.
Ignore
So
that.
if you have a bonus action that you want to use or a free action, you're welcome to do so. Turn this music down slightly.
I'm okay. I think I'll just end my turn there.
All right. Okay, so you are flying through the air. What would you like to do?
Mid-air, I would like to cast Flame Blade and summon a mouse-sized scimitar in my right hand.
Mouse
and
person-sized scimitar?
a mouse person-sized
Okay.
scimitar. So maybe like a foot long.
Okay.
It's like that big. And then I would like to like land on the opposite side of it and like do like a falling, dragging with the flame blade as I land on the opposite side of it.
Beautiful. Make that attack roll.
Cool. Watch me miss. 16 is a 16 hit.
A 16 will hit.
It better. I'd be so mad. We go through all the drama just to miss. That is 3d6 fire damage. That's 8 fire damage.
8. Okay, cool.
And then I will draw my scimitar and my offhand.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. That's the end of your turn. So, what is going to happen is you slice through this bundle of tentacles, and it shrieks. Yeah. Just like that. Beautiful. And the tentacles coming from the base of it start to writhe and they like wave out. There's this like wave motion that kind of ripples out from the main body. You hear it ripping at the ground below you as everything begins to shake, and they whip back down onto the ground with a thud. And as they do, you see this like mass in the tentacle, this like bulbous mass moving down, following that ripple motion towards a little orifice that it spits out. Two mushrooms are going to pop out, birthed by this creature. And they are going to start to move towards you. So we're going to see if my attack rolls are just as brutal as before.
I hope not.
So starting with 2 attacks on Blueberry, we got a 9 and a
Crit.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
What a great way to start off with 8 points of necrotic damage.
It could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be much.
Could
be very
much
worse.
And the other one is within reach of Wormier, so it is, you are going to get 2 of the attacks as well. Fun. A 15.
Just hit.
For 6 points of necrotic. And a 21.
That'll also hit.
For 4
It's
points.
a big yikes.
Oh God, I'm hurting, friends.
I need to
Hurting.
I need to make a concentration check on my flame blade.
Oh, beautiful.
No, I don't agree with that. So I took 8 damage, so I have to roll
Just gotta beat a 10, I think.
speed of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wish me
A
luck.
10.
Oh, I rolled a
Nice.
15. Okay.
Beautiful. All right, Sheldon.
Sheldon starts making his way over. He first, will use his druid transformation, his wild shape, to create a symbiotic entity, which is quite wonderful. So he gets 8 temporary hit points. And then he will, as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh. And that's it.
Beautiful. Hopefully you're all actually coming through, because it wasn't registering sound activity. Russell Tussle, are you still there? Can you make sure that our sound is working? Okay, perfect. And you can hear the music too now, because I had it muted. Beautiful. Okay. Great. Awesome. Sorry, what was your role?
I don't think anybody's
Alex?
rolling.
No, my turn finished.
Oh, so you just create a symbiotic entity. What is the form that it takes? Like, what is this?
Basically what happens is it's almost like algae that just kind of comes off on his shell, and almost looks like a fungal form of moss mixed with algae that just grows into this large puff on his back.
Oh man, is it mold? Are you
mold.
Oh, so it's like this giant mold.
I didn't want to say
Simple
mold.
spores, but mold.
He's a
grows
mold.
on your back. Okay, got it.
Yes,
So
Shelly's
it's not
covered in
a
mold.
separate entity, it is part of you. Gotcha.
Shelly's moldy.
Shirley is moldy. How? I don't have a joke for that. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. Beautiful. So, as you have gotten close to this bundle of fun, it is starting to just like whip around, and it is going to try to swing one of its smaller tentacles, one that's like not as rooted into the ground, at you, Shelly, and one at you, Blueberry. So, the one coming towards Shelly is a spiky boy. So it has these spines that are lining the top of the tentacle. That's gonna be a 13. So that whips over you, Shelly. You feel the rush of air over your head as it crashes into the ground to your right. And the one on Blueberry
Not spiky.
is not spiky. It is smooth and mucusy.
Ooh.
It is going to be a 20, so that will hit you.
Will hit me.
And that's going to be 4 bludgeoning damage, 11.
Holy shit.
I'm
Okay.
also going to ask you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a nat 1. That's a 5.
A 5. So as this smacks into you, it knocks you square across the temple, and you start to hear voices. Eleanor, my dear, you were made perfect in loveliness, only to die. And they start to echo through your mind. You start to hear Eleanor screaming. No one else hears this, just you. As if there is some spiritual battle happening simultaneously to this physical one. Alright, that brings us to...
Before we move on, can you have it make a con save?
I can make a con save, yes. That
Spores
is
and
something
mold
I
it.
can do.
Trying to mold.
6.
Awesome. So Shelly just quickly shakes its shell, and off comes some mold spores, and they're musty looking and wet, and they just kind of right onto him and deal 5 damage. Necrotic.
5 necrotic damage. Alright. Now that brings us to Wormia.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, gonna walk over here. Then I'm going to cast Produce Flame and throw a fireball at the big bad in the middle.
All right.
Let's see if it'll hit. Will a 23 hit?
Yes, it will.
Oh! Okay. And for damage, that's a 2. That's a 2. Two
Killing
fire.
it.
2
Wonderful.
fire.
Killing it.
Great.
Good job, Wormy.
I feel like I've seen your fire brighter,
So-
Wormy.
While the shot is quite accurate and hits it, it's a little bit wimpy.
As a bonus action, can I cast Healing Word on myself?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Okay, I'll take 2, I guess. God, I'm rolling awful.
All right, Blueberry.
Blueberry is going to use his action to cast Wither and Blue. Just as before. I mean, I didn't cast it before my first time, but I'm going to cast it directly on top of me to do damage to. I can do damage to 2 things, right? Each creature of your choice. Oh, it's both. It's as many as I want. They have to make Constitution saving throws.
All right. Constitution save for the big mass is a 15.
That
And
will pass.
that'll pass. The little mushroom is going to be a 17.
That'll both pass, but that's okay. They still take, holy shit, they still take 5 damage because I almost rolled max. 5 necrotic damage, and I heal for one of my unspent hit dice, plus my ability modifier, so +2.
Beautiful.
Yeah. What is my? Oh, it's a D8. Right. So. Honestly hateful. I heal for 3.
Great.
Oh, then fine. And then I bonus action healing word myself. And I heal for 3.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Does somebody else have healing, please?
I
could
tried
spare.
to heal myself, and it didn't even work.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, fun times.
No. Disagreed.
Because it's Mushroom's turn.
Mushroom.
And they're gonna come towards ya.
No.
They're gonna come get her.
Stop.
So Shelly, we'll start with you.
No, it's not.
12 misses. 7 misses. Blueberry. 12 misses.
Thank gosh.
21 will hit.
That'll hit.
For 3 necrotic
Okay.
damage. Just keeping in pace with your healing word.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't it?
Why not?
Oh, hold on. Con save. Okay, I pass. Flame Blade, still alive and well.
Beautiful. Sheldon.
Yes. Miss Dawn will attempt to strike the big bad with the shillelagh.
With advantage, because we're flanking, right?
With advantage, because you are now flanking.
That was the goal.
Shelly will take what Shelly can get. They were both bad.
No.
How's a 10 do?
If it was the little mushrooms, perfect. However, that is not going to make it past the thick spines on the base of this creature. And as you like bounce off of that like almost carapace-like spine, you see the like mouth kind of structure, the like teeth, they start to like shift around and kind of twist around the bulbous part of the figure to face you. You see several of the eyes that are like embedded in random bulbs on the body start to constrict around the mouth and turn to track you.
Oh, you are an abomination of nature. The healing word of the day is mousy.
For me?
For 7.
Is it for me?
For 7. For Blueberry.
Okay, thank you.
And it is going to turn its attention to you, Shelly.
Yep.
Oh, so you all want to die? How splendid! And there's going to be 2 tentacles, one spiky boy, one smooth, mucusy boy, that are going to swing towards you.
Joy.
So spiky boy first for a 7.
Yes.
Mucusy boy for an 8.
Shelly is all over this and just pulls inside the shell real quick.
I like to think that it's like that cartoon type of turtle thing where you pull into your shell so quick that the shell is still like in midair.
Yeah.
So one of them swings underneath you and the other swings over, and you're just like, and then you crash to the ground. You hear your shell hitting the floor, and that is going to bring us to the birthing of 2 more mushrooms.
No.
So you
Kill
see
the
the
mom.
rippling of these like bulbous forms in the veins as they're moving down those tendrily, tentacly, veiny things until they reach a node with a little orifice that they plop out of onto the ground. And 2 more arrive. That is going to bring us up to Wormier.
I'm gonna cast Produce Flame again. Hopefully this time it's more intense. And again, same thing, the big bad in the middle.
Alright.
Okay, will a 16?
Yes, it will.
Sweet! Alright, let's see. How much damage? Again! 2!
Yay!
Burn him.
Little by little, I'll make it work.
Now, are you using Produce Flame because you're thinking fire?
Yes!
Okay. Cool. Cool. Blueberry.
Yes. Blueberry is doing okay on health, so we're gonna just go in. 1 attack with the Flame Blade at advantage. That is a dirty 20 to hit. I'm assuming hits.
Yes, a 20 hit.
That is, Jesus, 5 points of fire damage.
Oh. The
I know.
3d6.
Yep,
3d6.
whole 5 points.
I mean, the
And
average
then-
is only like, what, 10? but yes.
That's half of that. That's half the average.
Hey, it's better than 2. Be happy.
It's
It's
true.
impossible to get 2.
But then I will swipe with my offhand with the scimitar. See if we can do some damage here. That is a 9 to hit, so that's gonna be a miss for me.
That is going to be a mess, unfortunately.
And that's it.
All right. We've got these 2 mushrooms are going to go. The other ones are going to be on a different cadence. So, again, Shelly and Blueberry are going to
Can
get
this
those
mushroom make a
attacks.
con check?
Yes, it can. 4.
Mold.
Mo.
For 3.
Oh my gosh. What color mold do you have?
Oh, it's bright red. It's bright red mold.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Red
these
cap?
like purpley, like deep purple mushrooms, you just start to see this like almost like herpes like blemish growing from like the epicenter on the cap of the mushroom, and it starts to like. So it probably would go concave, but we're gonna just say that it kind of balloons out around that. Yeah. Great. And how much damage did you say that was?
3.
Great. Beautiful. Just like herpes. All right. That's their turn. They're going now.
Yeah.
So the first attack on you, Shelly, is going to be 14. That will miss. And the second is going to crit on you. Which will be a total of 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Blueberry.
Yes.
We're going to get a 9
Nice. Dodged.
and a 15.
That one hits.
For 1 necrotic damage.
Oh, bless.
This would be the fight that you would want these to be low.
Right.
Alright, Sheldon.
Sheldon will attempt to smack with Shillelagh.
Alright.
14 and a 9.
A 14 will hit. A 9 will
Wonderful. Let's see. So we got 10, and then I get to do an extra d6 of necrotic, which is 1.
Beautiful. 1. Love to see it.
Yes, remember.
And I will say, as you are bashing into it, you are starting to make a pretty good gash into the tentacles around the base. You're starting to break off some of the spines. You've completely concaved one of the eyeballs. It's starting to kind of writhe and wriggle around more agitated like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damage is starting to show.
That's wonderful. He would also like to kick it with his claws.
Beautiful.
21.
21 will do it.
For 4.
All right. Beautiful. Okay, we are going to keep its attention on you, Shelly, as it's going to make a spiny boy and a smooth boy attack on ya.
Gross.
Gross. 17 will hit, right?
Uh-uh.
No, you're the one with the shell.
Mm-hmm. Really?
And another 17.
Yes. Keep his attention, please.
So they deflect off of your shell. But that's fine because we've got 2 more
Shroomies.
fungi. All of these fun guys come into the party.
They're
and
all
this
on your
one
side.
Is now in range of Wormier with its reach, so it is going to make 2 attacks on Wormier. A 15 will hit
Yes.
for 6 necrotic damage.
Oh, jeez.
And attack number 2 will be a whiff with a 3. But don't you worry, because we got some more rippling veins that are going to birth out more tentacles along the edge of the room. Not tentacles, mushrooms. They're gonna birth more mushroom babies.
Nar.
Nor. You're too
Bye-bye.
close to me.
So yeah, that is that. And we are back up to Wormier.
Poison spray. On the main guy.
Beautiful.
Do you
Has to
not
make-
have real spells?
Has to make
Yeah,
it
are you just
on, so-
pulling all your cantrips out? Do you have 2nd level
Yes.
spells?
I do. My 2nd level spells are Healing Word and Heat Metal.
Oh, no.
Very good.
Oh,
You are
poison spray,
retired.
please.
You're retired adventurers. Is that an attack roll?
It's Con 12 saving.
On
Oh my
save.
God.
Oh no. It definitely doesn't have a +3 modifier. Oh, but it fails! Oh my goodness! Alright. Hit it with that poison spray.
Alright, it's 6.
6. That's a decent roll. It's much better than 2.
Yeah.
6 is indeed higher than 2. Blueberry.
Oh, you know what we're doing. We're gonna flame blade it again and hopefully do better this time. That is a 22 to hit,
That'll do it.
and that is okay, 9 fire damage.
Okay.
And we are going to scimitar with the offhand. A 15 to hit.
15 will also hit.
Okay, and this is without my damage bonus, but it's damage, so that's no complaints for me. 3 slashing damage.
Alright. So, as you are swinging with your flame blade, you are going to lop off one of the major arteries of this creature.
Was it the spiky tentacle?
It was one of the spiky tentacles, and you see these like limp, like half-formed mushrooms start to pour out of the like capillary. Yeah,
Ew.
it's great.
There you go. Ew, 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 and move
Yes.
over here. And
I don't
just,
know, I'll just
take a
end
quick
it right
step
there.
up. Be like, no.
As these
Ew.
like just almost like lumpy, half-formed things just kind of ooze out with the like mucus. And that is going to
That's my turn. Yeah.
bring us to the OG mushrooms.
Can it make a con save?
Yes, it can.
Sorry.
18.
It makes the con save.
Which is surprising that the mushrooms keep passing because they have a +0. But then the BBG fails with a +3. It's fine. That will be what happens there as we're gonna make some attacks with the OG mushrooms.
Nar.
All right.
Nor.
Nar.
We'll start with Shelly. A 9 will miss, as will a 4.
Killing it, Shelly.
Blueberry.
Well,
Blueberry's gonna die.
These D&D Beyond dice really
They hate-
fucking have
they
it
hate
for
mice.
you. They hate mice. They fucking hate mice. Alright. We're going to roll that crit.
Oh,
oh,
Oops. That was one
Wait,
too many.
three in
wait,
a
it
row.
doesn't count. It doesn't. That doesn't
That
count
was
like
one
that.
too many. One too many. Only 16, not 24.
I'm down. So that's max damage, mind you. You rolled max damage on that crit.
I did, and then I rolled another just to show off. just to you know.
Yeah, I am in fact down.
All right. So you are, as that one hits you, it just like it hits you square in the back and just like shoves you into the ground. You feel the burn down your back as the last thing you remember before you pass out.
What? Somebody heal me.
Sheldon. It's your turn.
Yep. Sheldon goes, Blueberry, no! Cast Healing Word.
Oh, thank you.
For 4.
I'll take it.
4. At least you don't have to do a death save on your next turn, maybe.
But now Shelly gets flanking.
And Shelly gets flanking.
For Shillelagh. 22.
That'll do it.
Yay. Plus this. Go. For 15 damage.
Nice.
15 damage.
I
What?
rolled max on the D8 plus 3 plus the D6 of 4.
Get Shalade.
You bring it to death's door.
Yes.
Yet again, you bring another thing just to the edge. Just
Oh.
there. Would you like to do a claw attack?
I can't. I used my bonus action to raise the
you-
bear.
Damn it!
So Shelly is like sitting there vibrating as much as a turtle can, like, I am so excited to bathe in your pus.
Oh my gosh.
Deeply unsettling.
But took his friend's concern over anything else. So
So at this point, it's just like gnashing its human teeth. It's just like, as it's like twisting and convulsing and just like flailing out of desperation. You see that the veins coming from the body, like 6 of them, just start to ripple as you see the bulbous forms flow down them. And start to fill the room.
Writhe for me, Bushy.
As I don't remember which ones were the first ones. I think it was these ones.
Wait, they're going again?
No.
was-
These are not the OG ones, but the second and third round
right.
ones.
There are
Those-
multiple waves, right?
That's what's happening. So not the OG ones, but rounds 2 and 3 get to go now. You're welcome. That's something that's happening. So I think that is one on Wormier.
Yep.
And
This
one within range on Shelly.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Those are the only ones that have reached y'all. The rest of them are still creeping towards ya. It's a
Still
very
behind
like slow suspense building, growing looming threat that is just creeping on in. So let's make those 2 attack rolls on Wormier and 2 on Shelly.
Gosh, I hope I don't die.
We've got an 8 for the first
Oh,
Wormier
thank
one,
God.
Dodged.
and another 8.
Oh!
So now tentacles are a flying. Let's move on to Shelly. A 20 will hit, right?
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
For 1 necrotic damage.
Shelly goes, ow!
But a 5 will miss you.
That is correct.
Beautiful. Wormier, it is your turn.
Come on, Wormier.
Can you guys guess what I'm gonna do?
Produce flame!
Produce flame. Let's see if it'll hit. Will a 14? Sorry, 18.
Oh,
A 14 would have also hit, but an 18 definitely does.
I'll take the 18 now.
Alright.
Let's see
It
how
does
much
not
damage. Hopefully
change
not 2.
anything.
It's 5!
It doesn't matter. It had 1 hit point, so finish this fucking
Produce
thing.
flame!
What do you do? How do you do it?
Vermeer is like, oh, I hope that this isn't as wimpy as the first one, and he just closes his eyes, puts his
And the
hand
second
over it, and
one.
just goes, and a burst of flames shoots out.
Oh my gosh. So you like spray flame at the thing, and it catches fire. You all smell the acrid odor of like burning flesh, which is so off base from what you were anticipating would happen with a plant-esque creature. But I guess there's enough fleshy bits to produce that effect. And as it goes up in flames and it starts to scream in agony, you hear its final words. I have been your plague, but dying I shall be your death. And with that, you hear one final scream from Eleanor. Just off in the ethereal distance. And we are out of combat as you notice the room settle. The tentacles start to shrivel, they deflate, and all of the mushrooms around the perimeter begin to flop over, motionless.
Blueberry's going around with a scimitar being like, fuck these things. Like, chopping at them.
At the same time, Shell is trying to chase down Blueberry to give them cue. Blueberry,
No, fuck these things.
Blueberry, slow. Yes, the leafy loser is going to burn in hell, but please slow down. The bloodlust is wearing off. I'm going back to Slowden.
I'll take the cure wounds. I'll walk over because I need it.
It's for 6.
Blessed.
All right.
I think we should get this urn where it belongs.
Yeah.
Where does it belong?
Good question. As you look
Worm
around,
just places it in the middle of the room.
Absolutely destroyed room.
On the burned husk of our enemy, I lay the urn.
So you lay the urn at the base of this monstrosity. And like you're seeing that as the room is like still settling and everything is still kind of deflating, the creature is kind of becoming a husk of its former self. So much so that it starts to lose its grip on the stone of the chamber.
Oh no.
And you start to watch as the tentacles suctions off. One by one, they start to collapse to the ground with a thud. And that's when you hear the sound of crumbling stone.
Oh boy. Boy.
How high up are we?
You are on the 3rd floor.
Which is approximately...
This is a gorgeous, gorgeous place. It's 60 feet tall.
30 feet per floor? Or the whole thing is 60 feet tall?
I think it says that it's 70 with the roof.
Oh,
There are windows on this floor.
So we're like 40 feet up because we're like...
Okay, yeah, you're like 40 feet up.
Okay.
And you have noticed that, like, as the tentacles are falling off the wall, there are cracks in the wall all the way through. Some of them large enough for you just to fit through. And that's when that, like, the crumbling is starting to build. It started just as, like, a trickle of stone and dust that starts to, like, cloud the air. But now, like, bricks are breaking off. Then, like, whole, like, chunks of stone. And it is starting to fall apart.
Question.
Yeah.
Do we all have a wild shape left?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Can I turn into a sparrow and fly through?
Well, we can't fly
Do
yet.
you have flying wild shapes?
Yeah, flying wild shape is like level 9 or something ridiculous. But I was thinking, have you ever seen those spiders that let thread behind them and then they glide to the ground?
In my travels, I have, in fact, seen those spiders.
I'm going to run over to a crack in the wall, which I could clearly fit through because I'm a small thing.
Yes.
And at the edge of the crack, I want to turn into a spider, drop some thread behind me, and just jump.
All right. You fling yourself out of the tower.
Yeah, catching as much air
transforming
as
into
possible.
a spider. And then you... Is it called a spinneret? The spinneret
sure what they're
shoots the thread out your rear
I shit some thread.
and catches the wind, and you start to just float off. And you just... whoosh.
I'm a little worried about the crows. I will say that.
Oh god.
It's a floating bug, but we'll get there when we get there.
Shelly is going to charge the wall, hide into their shell, and fire out like a cannonball.
All right. Are you wild shaping or are you just cannonballing? 40
No,
feet?
no, we'll be wild shaping.
Okay.
To hopefully turn into a spider that can crawl down the wall. It's just to make it through the crack because Shelly's bulky.
Okay. So if you want to climb down the wall of the crumbling tower, it's going to be 3 successful dex saves of moderate difficulty.
Never mind. Float away, spider. Float away.
Just because the whole structure's coming down, you're a tiny little spider. Yeah, they can move pretty quick, but 40 feet's a long way to go. Alright, you spin it out. You catch an airwave close to Blueberry, but slightly different. You're gonna have to reconnect somehow. What are you doing, Wormier?
I'm turning into a flying squirrel and aiming for a tree when I jump out.
Alright. So you fling yourself out of the body, flying squirrel. You put your arms out, you got your little flaps going, and you start to just shoot towards the tree. As you approach, you do that thing that flying squirrels do where they kind of like bring up their front arms, and it's like a upwards motion, and you clamber onto the tree branch. You've lost track of the other two at that point, who just float on up deeper into the forest.
We'll catch a tree with our spinnerets or our silks eventually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that once they're, like 20 feet from the ground,
turn to a human. Or back to what
yeah,
it was.
Shell is gonna turn into the turtle form and hop into their shell and just crash down like a meat.
Okay. So I think that's 2d6?
Probably.
Yeah. 2d6 damage. Bludgeoning. As you reverse Mario.
Did you want me to
down
roll
to
it?
the ground. I guess I can roll. 2d6 for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
I'm not going to risk that. And I will catch a tree and then de-transform and just like scamper down the tree.
We will have a splatberry.
Right.
Attempt that trick.
A muddled blueberry.
Perfect for a full cocktail. I guess they are a summer. Yeah, blueberries are summer. They're a summer treat. Anyways, yeah, you all make your way down. We're belaboring this more than we need to. Sorry. But yeah, you all make your way down to the forest floor, and everything seems to have settled significantly from your arrival. Y'all are druids, y'all nature the shit out of this place, and make your way back to the cottage. As you arrive back at the cottage, you find Valdemir just like passed out in his cottage. No recollection of what the fuck just happened, but quite significantly more coherent in thought. You notice that his tongue is regaining color. It's still quite dark, but as you inspect him, you realize that he had also kind of succumbed to the same black tongue that the birds had, and you suspect it was a result of the fungus infection.
The fungus among us.
The fungus among us.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything else you would like to do before you just head back home and we basically wrap this all up and chalk it up to a successful burial?
No, Blueberry's fucking done with this shit. Blueberry's pissed.
Well, Worm is going to hug both Shelly and Blueberry and say, "Thanks for one last great adventure, guys."
What are you, dying soon?
Yeah, one
Yes,
last
I am.
adventure.
I have 4 hit points left. I am very close to death.
Shelly turns to you and says, "I spill blood on the daily."
But is it your own, Shelley?
Possibly.
I hunt wolves in my forest for sport, also for meat. We're, eco-friendly and all. But also there's an infestation of wolves. We need to keep them in check.
Sounds like a new quest.
Beautiful.
Driver, get us the fuck out of here!
Yeah, the driver somehow has no idea what's been going on, Don't worry about it. We're just gonna run with the fact that he's just been having a wonderful time hanging out with the horses. He took a little nap in the cottage. Waldemir kept working outside. It was a beautiful afternoon for him. It was just lovely.
Must be nice.
Never even noticed the birds stopped chirping. Didn't hear the fighting. The tower falling down did wake him up. And he was a little concerned. But all in all, had a lovely afternoon. All right. Well, that's a wrap on the adventure. So yeah, y'all made it. I was a little worried.
Are you kidding me?
That was brutal.
It was
awful. My gosh, those rolls were so rubber bandy. They were like, first off, that D20 was either a crit
Loaded.
or a 3. There were no numbers in the middle there. And that D8 was the same fucking way, except it hated Blueberry.
Yeah, it hated me.
And just like didn't care about Shelly.
It literally, you rolled a crit on Blueberry, followed by an 8, and an additional 8.
Yeah, you rolled 3 8s in a row.
Oh my gosh, yes I did. Oh, it was so fun to see as a DM, but also, I don't want to TPK you. Not usually.
Right.
Y'all haven't pissed me off that much yet. So yeah, so that's the adventure. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. As always, I love playing with you all. You're always welcome to come back. And I'm going to do my stream wrap-ups. But is there anything that y'all would like to share with the audience while I do that? I'm going to go find somebody to raid. And then I did actually get the outro uploaded. So I have the fun little outro sequence that I will run as we go raid another channel. But anything you all like to share while I do that, while I figure out who we're gonna do? Where we're gonna go?
I'll say that a party of Oops All Druids, completely balanced. Totally works.
Totally balanced.
Totally balanced.
Totally works.
Yeah.
Totally works.
We had the tank.
I mean, there is a lot of healing.
Right. There was a lot of healing.
A lot of healing in the mix, which is wonderful, because then you're not just like depending on one individual person to carry everybody.
Yeah.
Quite literally sometimes.
I will say, if any of us had played a squishier character, that character would have been snuffed out like
very dead.
Constantly.
Oh yeah, especially if their name was Blueberry.
Right. Absolutely squished.
Their mouse cousin Strawberry.
Yeah. It's a family name.
Okay.
Boysenberry.
Oh, we hate Boysenberry.
We hate Boysenberry.
Raz.
Boysenberry is that like drunk uncle that only
You're
shows
just
up for
naming
holidays.
more cocktail ingredients to me.
Oh, you have the head of the family, Elderberry.
Right.
Elderberry liqueur. It's so good, y'all. It's one of my favorites. It's perfect in the summer with like a little spritzer. Beautiful. You're welcome. Just a little tidbit about my life. All right. So, again, thank you all so much for joining me. I have found somebody to raid. We're gonna go raid Goblin Tuesday. They are a pair of creators that do a bunch of Goblin Forge, Goblin Tuesday. It's perfect. Match made in heaven. But they are wonderful. It looked like they're just kind of shooting the shit right now, but that could be fun. So let's go hang out with them, and I will see you all next month for our next installation of Kitschy's Shop for the Eclectic Curiosities here on Goblin Forge. Technically, we're not launching till the fall, but I'm just gonna keep, I don't know, doing whatever this is.
It's a soft launch.
It's a soft launch over and over and over again every month for the next 5 months. So I will see you all next month. But don't worry, because this fall we're gonna be doing a lot more stuff. So keep an eye out on all our social medias. Join our Discord. All the things. So I actually should probably link those things, shouldn't I? Discord, which should do a thing, and it's not, so it's still broken. But doesn't matter. We're gonna go raid them. Join our Discord. You can find all of our links to our website, which will direct you there if you really want to get there. Apologize for the roundabout way. All of our social media has the same link to our website, which has all of our information. So check it out. We'll see you next month for another installation of Kitschy Shop for the Eclectic Curiosities. And I'm going to throw on our goodbye screen. So goodbye for now, and thank you for joining us.
Bye. Yay!
Hurrah!
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Great job, Tim.
Thank you. I really enjoyed that one. That was a good one.
Never been so terrified of mushrooms.
Yes. I think that's what they do well in that one, is just the like growing threat, but like slowly building. It's great.
Impending doom. Literally. Oh boy. That was a blast.
It was very fun.
Okay, I'm gonna do my obligatory kind of chat with them a little bit before I do I leave Twitch. But yeah, I had a really fun time. Oh my gosh, God bless forever. Which apparently don't say in Australia. Apparently it's really offensive.
Oh no.
For the indigenous population. It has like some other meaning.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for doing this. I love doing this, and so it's really nice to have you all support me in it. And
Absolutely.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
But yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner though.
Yeah. I would. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, we'll talk later. Okay, yeah. Bye.
I probably won't be back on, but bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yes, please.
The little window too. It's
Yeah.
it's muggy in here.
Yes, it is.
Look at my windows.
Thank you.
Maybe just windows tonight 'cause it's really nice. Go grab your burrito, and then I think you should like stay and chat with these people. For a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
Build
I'm going to.
Go out to the streets.
I've like, this is the first time I've been watching the guy. It's like a little, the girl is in my party, so she drove the street. They usually play video games and shoot the shit. So it's weird for programming. I should still. Oh, muggy in here. Oh, I should get some more. Oh no, I got waters. All right. Okay. It's kind of nice being done before 10. I should make this a habit.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
It's really nice not to have to worry about
Running out of time. Yeah.